This is a story of betrayal, blackmail, and extortion. And the story is inspired by Hajara, who unfortunately recently got involved in a scandal where her private videos were released to the media. And the most hurting thing is that before her videos went public, a close friend called her to inform her that she was aware that her videos are about to be leaked and that someone who was going to leak them wanted money. Initially, the friend is called Mariam. Initially, Mariam said the guy who wanted to leak the videos asked for 5 million. Then they later reduced the amount to 3 million. And then when the amount, the 3 million was sent, Mariam decides to turn off her phone. If you don't know Mariam, this is the Mariam. So Mariam decided to turn off her phone, and it was a clique of friends. Mariam, then Taubah, Muhammad, and then they were also friends with Rama. As you've seen in the thumbnail, they even used to share photos together. But then now, this scandal has showed that their friendship was held by a thin rope, and it's tearing apart very fast. So let's first look at the clips and information that has been shared, and then we come and break it down. And I want to teach you a lot about this thing called friendship.
Ono Hajara yagwa mu mukwano n'omusajja abeera Egypt bamuyita Faluku. Faluku n'atandika okwegaddanga ne Hajara ku online. Ate Faluku n'asulawo Hajara n'akwana Taubah.
Nyabo.
Era kigambibwa okubanga obwerere bwa Hajara allegedly ku Mariam Kasirye. Mariam Kasirye n'akubira Hajara. Idrisi n'amugamba Susu yeri wanetambula. Ono n'amugamba nyabuta.
Oli olwafunye obusolo bwa Hajara n'akwata essimu n'agikubira Hajara.
N'abumuweereza n'amugamba bino obimanyiko olwo n'amugamba kituufu mbimanyiko naye mbeegayiride tebabita nja kuswala.
Yes.
Ngambira omuntu abikuwadde ansonyiwe. Ono nti era ndamu n'awulugumya essimu n'akubira Hajara n'amugamba ono alina Susu agamba ayagala miliyoni meka? 5. Hajara Idris kwe kugamba Mariam n'amugamba munnange mugamba nsalireko sirina ki sente. Mariam nti nadamu n'akubira n'agambibwa okubeera ne Susu omulenzi n'amugamba n'agamba talina sente ko oli n'agamba bakole miliyoni 3. Kigambibwa okubanga Hajara yakutte miliyoni 3 n'aziwa Mariam oluvannyuma lw'okulemera enamba y'omuntu alina obwerere bwe. Hajara yagambye Mariam nsaba kumpa ku namba y'omuntu oyo twogere ndabe engeri gye mwetonderamu muweeko half bwe naafuna balance nkole ki muwe. Mariam teyakkiriza kusharinga ki agamba ate my beautiful sister Walia, how is everything? We are here gambling as usual.
Ngabulijjo
Nguti nde luvaayo anti ring light.
Nesha de ring light tukisondedde kati banga ki.
Deno omutima omubi gwaki kati ka ring light just yakebitwala namwe etanuka kuluma nnyo.
Gwe lindako nyekyebuuzibwa Hajara bamugoba mu dduuka nga bamubanja emyezi 3. Miliyoni 3 zaavuddewo amangu ago.
Hajara yagobwa mu dduuka oluvannyuma lw'okuba nti yali abangi ba rent kwosa ne sente zaaki ez'ebintu ebimu bye yali atunda eyo sijja agendayo kuba ebya bizinesi si byangu. Jukira abantu balogamba bakosa Allah. Kati ono agenda okwetoloola nga batandise okusharinga obwerere bwe ng'afuna amasimu ag'enjawulo. Hajara Idris wenkunenyeza weewano kituufu oli mukyala Muisiramu era nzikiriza Hajara sikubanja era nkusonyiye ku mutima. Hajara alina eddiini singa ddeno yabadde muntu mulala yali yeeganye n'agamba AI naye omwana alina niya
nga
Lala nakati akyegaana
nakati
ono yakkiriza era mwena abali kuno tuliko abantu 1.4 mbadde saba tusonyiwe Hajara ebyo nabyo mbadde mu commenting ebimukuba bambi tumusonyiwe eddiini yamusukulumako
kati tusoka tubanye miliyoni 3 ze yawapi
Hajara kyenkakasiza yo omuntu akera nalwaza omwana ne bamugamba mujja wa muloga n'agamba wakitibwa Allah awonye okitegera era Hajara
nze we namukubira essimu yangamba
okusizirira ku byempulidde munange saba wakitibwa Allah akugumye era osonyiwe
nalabe ngo mutaddeko amaanyi mangi
bambi okusinzirira kale ku byempulidde bibanga bituufu tikyatambudde bwe kityo nti Mariam ye yakuliddemu olukwe kati atawo Mariam wakoze bubi
nate Mariam yakoze video ng'alaga nti no anyolerwa wamu ne Hajara
banange ono omukazi okikulu nono omukazi awaata ekigambo oyo
kazi awaata ekigambo sedi
ono omukyala naye akwata ekigambo dde n'omulowoozeeko
omukazi alimba bannanga alimba oyo omukazi
alimba story eyo mpange yagiwandiisa
story empange
jukira ono omuzanyi wa Nigeria ono omuzanyi wa firimu yawandiisa akatabo ke
kuba tusobola kuŋŋamba nti nno ono bamugobye mu dduuka
kati nze nina kye njagala okubuuza ate kati webiba nga ate omusajja banange oli omusajja dena alina omukyala anti jukira nono Mariam simanyi Taubah deyagala nebba wa mukwano gwe Mr Perfect mbu ne babakwata nga bali mu kikolwa
negwe olima abana bona balina story eyo kwaga babba babanne
abaana balina zi sad stories obwenzi abo balabe edduka kati mwabali balizanga nti lunaku tyo bawaja labera nga mukubira kyo musibire bweru kigambibwa okubanga bawa mukwano gwe yamwebakako oba ngeri gyali omusirise bamuyikiriza
linda ko Shadia ono Taubah yakafumbirwa makameka
agenda muri akusatu
kiki ekimujja mu maka g'ababeera
ng'ate buli gyalaga bakola omukolo
netazaalayo mwana
ambanga alina omwana oba baby girl
kati gana amaka gali age yavamu tetalinayo mwana
ewamini teyazadde nabo omusajja yali mu Sudani deno walebeko
okimanyi nti nno ono Taubah ayagala nnyo Mariam kase kyakoze nti naye akikole
anti kiri bwe kiti oyo Taubah yavaayo n'akola caption n'agamba nti bestie we singa yali musajja yalikiriza n'amuwasa nti naye kiba kigenda kulabika bubi mu Busiraamu kitegeeza ki saawa yonna ogenda okuwulira nti ono bestie n'ono bali mu Bini Nation gwe tunula olabe
ekyo kinene ddala
yakola caption n'agisaayo buli muntu n'amugamba naye gwe mwana gwe ogudde eddalu nnaku 3 emabega yagikola n'agiteeka yesi yonna neewunama yes yakola caption n'agisaayo n'agamba bestie walina qualities z'omusajja
kati kyembuuza ono Hajara lwaki
naye mama Shabi wallahi okulyanga embwa n'embizi caption yagikola okuddanga kulya nnyabo teyakoma kwenda ne caption endala nti family y'omusajja tali kwagala simanyi tekolangako biki anti oli omusajja yalekawo omukazi oluvannyuma lw'okugenda okola eno Moses ejjinja lijirira mu kubira ono Moses Sinai Egypt kirabika family bwe yawulira eby'emikolo nga omanyi ebya family kirabika ne bitabiisa bulungi ku lw'ensonga omusajja mufumbo yali mufumbo n'omukyala family kirabika negaana mukoka ono najja n'abakolera caption nti family y'omusajja newe batesimye gwe
nyenze kakati Shadia nekirando
oyo Mariam ye yalemesa Taubah obufumbo obwasooka bagenda ne bakuba omusajja anti mwagala mugambye mbusimanya nnina olugambo kambyogere kale kati ate nkyali mukwano gwammwe kambyogere Mariam ye yagambanga Taubah ebigambo ne beegatta ne bagenda bakuba oli omusajja nze omusajja yankubira essimu n'abiŋŋamba oyo Mariam ye yalemesa Taubah obufumbo buno obukadde obwalimu bagenda ne batuga omusajja ne bakuba omusajja olinzo lowooza nimba wallahi bakuba omusajja n'akaaba woowe Taubah n'akwatamu ebintu bye n'anobera ewa Mariam era gyabaddenga akasiba naye ng'oyo gw'olaba oyo Mariam ne Taubah bakuba bba wa Taubah babiri abantu abo butaswala n'empisa embi bakuba musajja wa Taubah empi neeza ddala omusajja n'akuba omulanga woowe ne bakola olukiiko lw'ekika ne batuula mu nsonga oyo musajja gwe mwavumanga omubi oyo si mubi nze sinza abyogedde mwe mwavumanga obubi oyo naye nga musajja mulungi bamukuba ebyaddala ne bamukuba oyo Taubah n'anobera ewa Mariam n'abeera ewa Mariam ye yamupangira omusajja agenda okumuwasa naye nga bakuba omusajja oyo gw'oli bamukuba Mariam ne Taubah bakuba wa gundi kati simanyi obono gwe bafunye tebamukube abo gubola babo bazibu nnyo oyo Mariam yalemesa oli obufumbo ono obufumbo ne bumulema obufumbo bwamulema kuba bakuba omusajja kati no musajja wa Mariam mupangira mukazi nange kyansanyula kuba omusajja yali mugagga manya musajja wa Taubah nange njagala ndi mupangira mukazi mulala mwakuba wachi sajja yanjo kyayo ku sente ne mumuddako ne mumukuba mwamundaga kati mwali mukuba wachi.
Because when I look at the saga of this Kagal Bambe, I feel bad. Olabanga buli muntu amulinanye ata yamuwayo buwi. Awantegerekeka. Nti some people webali gambye no. She's not the one. Yo narrative netambula. Ate mwenna mutambuza narrative ekonfaminga nti yeye okitegeera. Kati nawe ba victim ba nudes. Zino phone calls zebakubira simaya muri kuzira live muwoza. No one wants to listen kambabuli and wants to understand. Abantu basalawo butategeera nso ludda lwatawa olumu for as long as ekifulumye yekimukoledde ne wono nnyonnyola ne wono okolotya. I've seen people saying twabagamba temusindikala video biki abantu nga bali mu mukwano they are convinced to do things. I've already said it in my videos. To go solo kwa avoiding a try. There are those who cannot. Nga ulide musajja watamuweleza nudes agenda mufiirwa. Ngenze kyembuuza abasajja n'abakazi. Musajja gwe bakuweereza nudes. Kiki ezikulegesaawo? Nota creating a folder mu simu yo n'ogiteekako ne code. Ng'eri secured. Nti kantekemu ebintu by'abantu bano byensabiriza. Okimanyi oyina abakazi abalala ntubona kwa kusimuzo bagenda ku exposing abakazi abalala. Why don't you protect every party you have in your life?
Simanyi atadde kutambi wabula nze mbanyonyodde nti Mariam ye yasooka okukuba essimu ng'agikubira Hajara ng'amugamba waliwo ayina obutambi bwe babumpadde naye ayagala $5,000,000. Hajara n'amugamba siziweza n'amugamba tetenkanya zotenkanya baleke kutabutambi. Hajara n'akwata $3,000,000 n'azisindikira Gayi nato obutambi ate. Gayi wamala okuta obutambi essimu bazijjako zonna. Nze lwaki kinnumye Mariam taddanga mukubira ku Hajara wadde essimu wadde nakati wadde message wadde ogenda olaba ku kyaliwe nti wayi batadde obutambi bwali atya. Okiwulira taddangamu kyokka ate Taubah mu kugenda olaba ku Hajara yamugamba ekintu kimu nti anti nze mmanyi nze tabisiri kabada nze byonna kambi kugambe nze nabitegeerako nze yangamba agenda kubutanga ndowooza asaaga wabula bannange omwana oyo yeeyisa bubi wabula bannange omwana oyo okitegeera like byali bingi nnyo bannange kyemwakoze kibi nnyo baana mmwe kyemwakoze obi kyabadde kibi kyemwakoze kibi nnyo ate era mujja kisasula olunaku lumu.
So before I even go further, I want you guys to learn something about friendship. Friendships are supposed to be compartmentalized because you meet people in different places and start dealing with them for different reasons. There are relationships we form at work. There are those we form in the places we hang out, maybe at the bar or you've gone swimming or at the gym. Then there are people we grew up with. Then there are people that have been in our lives deeply. Maybe they have been there when we were sick. They have visited our homes. They know our parents. So you need to study the people you're dealing with and know how much you're supposed to let them know about you, so that in future when they betray you, you don't feel bad. Because some of you are just so accepting. You accommodate anything. You've met someone in 1 week, you invite them to your home. You've met someone in a bar, you don't know where they even live, you don't know their history. You're giving them your phone to make phone calls. They come to your place, they say they want to use your laptop, you give them access. You don't know their habits, you don't even know if they're going to check where you put your passwords and steal your information. we need to. Personally, I don't think I even have more than 3 people that know where I even live. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't allow people to come to your places. It's you know your life better. You know what you want in life, but we need to know how to deal with people so that when things happen, we don't now start regretting and crying for people. These things happen to us because we let them happen to us. Don't be so trusting easily, because now, as we've seen, Hajara sent her video to someone, and it was a viewer's video, and someone decided to screen record it. And now when the video is coming out, her friend, her so-called friend Mariam Kasige, decides to extort her, because they say after Hajara sent money, Mariam switched off her phone. Of course, there is no evidence to that yet, but people who are close to them have been saying these things, and as you've listened. So we need, you might find Hajara and Mariam didn't even know each other that much. Maybe they would visit each other once in a while for Eid and Pilau, or they would meet on TikTok and maybe hang out at each other's shops, but they had never taken time to study each other. And of course, you also need to know that people change because of the circumstances they are in. If someone has a serious problem and they only thing between solving it is you, they can use you. For instance, let's assume that when Mariam learned about that video, she had a problem that needed like 2M, and she realized the only way to get that 2M is extorting her friend Hajara. Then she took advantage of that. So we need to be careful with how we deal with people. And then of course now there are 2 very important things that we need to know about friendships, and the things that usually destroy friendships: money and relationships, like intimate affairs. We've seen friends fall out badly because they partnered in a business and one cheated the other, or you lent someone money and they decided to steal it, or your friend tried to sleep with your girlfriend or wife. Because in this case, we've seen that Taubah and Hajara at one point had interest in the same man. So that can be a serious source of breakup, because people really fight over such things. Some even reach an extent of finishing off each other because of love and money. Then we have this issue of Fifi Da Queen saying that the guy shouldn't have come online to comment on the relationship. Yeah, I also partly agree with her, because I mean, in this case there was no reason for the guy to come, but of course then he was also accused of being the one responsible for raising them. He sort of needed to defend his name. So with these things of media, sometimes you never know how. It's usually good to keep quiet, because with time things die off. But again, we know sometimes when people have started enjoying their likes on the internet, sometimes they if they feel like they have nothing to lose by speaking out, they will come out, and you never know, maybe the guy also was trying to find a way of ending the relationship, and this moment brought an opportunity, and he took it, because we've heard that they have had issues with Hajara before, and we all know that with these things of cheating, once a woman has started cheating on you, it's game over for you. For them, of course, they have a kid together, so that's also plays a big role on how they are going to live together going forward. Even if they break up, the kid will always bring them together. So the guy could have spoken out, not necessarily because he wanted to defend his name, but maybe because he also wanted to take advantage and continue to become a public figure by gaining attention on the internet. Or maybe he wanted to speak his mind, so that if the relationship gets sour in future, people know who the girlfriend is, because like we've heard clearly, he wasn't aware that his wife is even capable of doing the things she did, but maybe she did them when they had broken up. But one thing about human beings is that when it comes to privacy. When we go where cameras are off and no one is seeing us, people will do things that will shock you. Because with these things of making love and intimacy and whatever, we don't think. When we start doing them, the brain is closed off and we start using our emotions. And with emotions, you never know how far you can go. So the man could have spoken out for various reasons. You can never know people's motives. And again now, Taubah and Mariam beating a guy, another weird situation. How do you team up with your friend to beat their partner? But one thing, if you're willing to learn, is that never get involved in petty fights when it comes to people's relationships. Like someone drawing you in to fight for them in a relationship. That's very serious. I don't even mean like physical fighting, even if it means abusing someone or attacking someone. Don't get involved. Let people handle their relationship issues because they know each other better. You can, of course, if someone comes for advice, you can try to advise them, but don't now start making attacks on their behalf, because there are those things that bring people together that no amount of logic can ever solve. That's why we've seen people in violent relationships, abusive relationships, but they don't want to run away from them because there are those small things that always make them want to go back. Either maybe it's the good child or it's the memories, very many things that keep bringing people together. And then, of course, it's with them, of course, those things stop making sense, and that's why people eventually break up and forget each other forever. But of course, we've also seen people who have been attached to others for like till death. People break up, but there's that person, maybe they were the first, or they were the first person you did something interesting with, and even if you break up, you always have those memories. You can break up and don't even want to see each other, but there's that element, there's that spark that stays, that if you met again, chances are that you could even get back into a relationship again. So, but me, for this whole thing, my emphasis wanted to be on friendships. We need to be careful with how we handle friendships, because people are always going to betray us and we can't do anything about it. All right, share, like, comment, subscribe.